Good evening and welcome to this evening's Hashoah event. Thank you for joining us. I just want to let you know that this evening's event is sponsored by the Suffolk SYJCC. I'm going to start off with a little bit of music.
Unto every person there is a name bestowed on him by God, and given to him by his parents. Unto every person there is a name, accorded him by his stature and type of smile, and style of dress. Unto every person there is a name, conferred by the mountains and the walls which surround him. Unto every person there is a name, granted him by fortune's wheel, or that which neighbors called him. Unto every person there is a name, assigned him by his failings or contributed by his yearnings. Unto every person there is a name, given to him by his enemies or by his love. Unto every person there is a name, derived from his celebrations and his occupation. Unto every person there is a name, presented him by the seasons and his blindness. Unto every person there is a name, which he receives from the sea and is given to him by his death.
Unto every person there is a name, not just lists of names, not just numbers of names, but real names. The 6 million people who were put to death, all these brothers and sisters that are no longer with us, all those righteous Gentiles, all the victims of the last few weeks, all those brave souls that are taking care of those victims. Let's light the candles. We're going to light 6 candles for the 6 million. Moment of silence. We're going to light a candle for the righteous Gentiles and for the COVID-19 casualties. Friends, in sorrow, we vow to never forget. We vow to always remember. In synagogues and places of worship all around the world, we remember 75 years ago, the liberations of the camps. We remember things so difficult to contemplate: death, mass murder, the combined tears of 6 million of our brothers and sisters, young and old alike, the boundless cruelty within the human heart. What is life like when human beings are so cruel, so disrespectful, when tyrants believes that his hands are the life and death of other people? We cannot remember such things, but we have to remember. We remember so very difficult, so many difficult things to contemplate.
This was written by a songwriter who I've worked with for a very long time. His name is Hank Fellows, and this is his reflection on the Holocaust and how we should never forget. in the peaceful mountain valleys, long after the Second War, stand the silent wooden barricades that held my people long before. And the wire too has rusted down that held them from the start. And the meadows are filled with flowers, perhaps one for every heart. I can almost hear the words they might have spoken. I can almost see them standing bent or tall. I can almost hear their prayers of love unbroken, but I cannot stop my tears, for I can never hear the words and deeds that might have saved them all. I have seen old newsreel photos of men so famous in their time. I have heard their noble speeches, seen parades of grand design. But I can only stop and shake my head that men so not so long ago could close their eyes and turn away when their people needed them so. I can almost hear the words they might have spoken. I can almost hear them standing bent or tall. I can almost hear their prayers of love unbroken, but I cannot stop my tears, for I can never hear the words and deeds that might have saved them all. And I can almost bear the weight of all my sorrow if I felt their lives had not been lost in vain. But I see the world today and still tomorrow, and the story's just the same, the hatred and the pain. People die while the world just looks away. I can almost hear the words they might have spoken. I can almost see them standing bent or tall. I can almost hear their prayers of love unbroken, but I cannot stop my tears, for today I still can hear the words and deeds that might have saved them all. No, I cannot stop my tears, for today I still can't hear the words and deeds that might have saved them all. 6 Million by Mr. Hank Fellows.
נזכור את אחינו ואחיותינו, את בתי העיר ואת בתי הכפר, את רחובות העיירה שסענו כנערות, ואת הפונדק הבודד עלי אורח, את הישיש בקלסתר פניו, את האם בסודרה, את הנערה בצמותיה, את הטף.
The thousands of communities of Israel, amid the families of the earth, all the congregations of Jews who were slaughtered on the soil of Europe by the Nazi murderer. The man who suddenly screamed, and while screaming, died. The woman who clutched her child to her bosom, but her arms could not hold her. The baby whose fingers explored his mother's nipple, but it was blue and cold. The feet that sought to flee, but found no refuge. And those who shaped their hands into a fist, the fist that grasped the iron that became the weapon of vision, despair, and rebellion. And they, the stronger part, open-eyed, freely offered up their lives, but unable to bring salvation.
לזכור את היום בצעריו, את השמש שעלתה על מוקד הדמים, את השמיים שעמדו גבוהים ומחרישים, לזכור את טלי האפר, את מתחת למוקדים הפורחים.
The living shall remember the dead, for they are before us always. Their eyes glancing round and round give us no peace, until our lives become worthy of their memory.
Psalm 11. למה אדוני תעמוד מרחוק? תעלים ללטות בצרה. על מה ניאץ רשע אלוהים? אמר בליבו, לא תדרוש. שבור זרוע רשע ורע, תדרוש רשעו, בל תמצא.
Why, Adonai, do you remain so distant, so silent in times of trouble? Why should the wicked be allowed to scoff at God, saying to themselves that you will not notice? Break the might of the wicked. Search out their hidden evil. Now the words of the Kaddish. Exalted, compassionate God, grant infinite rest in your sheltering presence among the holy and pure to the souls of our brethren who perished in the Shoah, men, women, and children of the house of Israel, who were slaughtered and suffocated and burned to ashes. May their memory endure and inspire deeds of charity and goodness in our lives. May their souls thus be bound up in the bond of life. May they rest in peace, and let us say, Amen. El molei rachamim, shochein b'marom, hamsei menucha nachona tachat panfei hashchina, b'mahalot kedoshim utahorim, kezohar kiyamazhirim, לשמור כל אחינו בני ישראל שנטבחו בשואה, אנשים, נשים וטף, שנחנקו ושנשרפו ושנהרגו, שמסרו את נפשם על קידוש השם, בגן עדן תהא מנוחתם, ענה בעל הרחמים, הסתירים בסתר כנפך לעולמים, וצרו בצרו החיים את נשמותיהם. אדוני הוא נחלתם, וינוחו בשלום על משכבותיהם, ונאמר אמן.
Amen. Amen. My prayer, I don't know to whom to offer it, but I offer it. My prayer, I have no one to whom to pray to say, but I say it. My prayer, it freezes on my palate, but I still have it. My prayer, it wells up in my feet of rage. I must speak it. My prayer, it falters against and again, yet I persist. My prayer rises up over 6 million graves, yet I say it. My prayer falls and fails, vanished without words, yet I offered it. My prayer is true to the one who may not even hear. Still, I say it.
יתקדם,
Auschwitz,
ויתקדם,
Lodz,
שמי רבה,
Hana,
ויאמר דברי חירותי,
Babi Yar,
וימליך מלכותי,
Midad,
בחייכון וביומכון,
Rekanat,
ובחיי לכל בית ישראל,
Kardno,
בהגלה ובזמן קריב,
Johansky,
ואמרו אמן. Yeheshmer Abba Mavarach Yolamu Meomaya Yitparach Yishtabah
Narrated stuff.
Yitpa'av Yitramam
Rock and roll.
Yitnaseh Yithadam
Blinka.
Vitale Vitala
Vilna.
Shemei Dekudesha
Rosenbelsen.
Vichulel Leila Deshukulela
Tashin.
Min Kol Vichata Vishiata
Dachau.
Tushkachata Venechemata
Minsk.
Damiran Biyoma
Warsaw.
V'yimaruhu Amen.
עושה שלום במרומיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. אבינו מלכנו, שמע תפילתנו, שלא לרצון. יעתה לשכולים, ולך דומיה, ודמי עוללים. Please, a moment of silence. עמדת על דם בנך ואפך, עטש כוחך, ושא תפילתנו ותשע תורתנו, שמע קולנו, שמע קול הדממה.
Avinu Malkeinu, it is possible that a prayer is not acceptable to you. Attend those who are bereft. You are silent in the presence of the blood of sucklings. You stood by as the blood of your children was shed. Has your strength failed? Our prayer is diminished. Our Torah has been compromised. Listen to the sound of our silence.
Eli, Eli, Hannah Senesh, this heroine, young woman, a poet, made Aliyah to Israel and then volunteered to paratroop into the enemy's lines in Europe. She actually learned how to jump off roofs in the kibbutz where she lived. Her name was Hannah Senesh. This is her poem. This is her song. Eli, Eli, shelo yigamer leolam, achol ve'amayim, rishrush hashamayim, barak hashamayim, תפילת האדם.
Eli, Eli, I pray that these things never end. The sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart, the sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart. The sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart.
Never say that there is only death for you, though leaden skies may be concealing days of blue, because the hour we have hungered for is near. Beneath our threat, the earth shall tremble. We are here.
Zog nit kein Mo, the partisan, those great partisans who came across brave and strong and helped complete the war and help the Americans to conquer us in. Zog nit kein Mo, and we should never forget. This is not the last word or the last step. We're going to march forward with peace and health and strength and beauty. Everyone have a good evening.